Hello everybody. Today we will be talking about Elfen Lied, the manga. When I first read this, it was many years ago, and I said, this is my favorite manga. It is the best one I've ever read. However, that was many years ago, and I'm a different person. I don't even know who the guy was who read that manga all those years ago. So I'm gonna read it again. And I'll be joined by Anne, who will be reading it for the first time. Anne, come on in here. Anne is going to join me in reading Elfen Lied. There are 4 of these collections that were released in America because it is a very popular series, kind of like a cult classic kind of thing. And we're going to read the first 2. We'll report back on what we're thinking, and then we're going to read the second 2. And then we'll talk about what we thought overall. This story is the story of our girl Lucy. She looks cute there, doesn't she? Mm-hmm. But she's crazy. The story is full of incest, degeneracy. There's some weird, subtle urine fetish.
This is your favorite manga?
The author sort of hints at. There's some relationships that are a bit inappropriate because of the age of the characters.
Why?
And it is very gory and bloody and violent.
Wait, what? I don't want to read that.
But from what I recall and what the previous version of Greg thought is that it was full of heart, full of soul, has a great ending. One of the rare times the Japanese land an ending so effectively, so tragic, it will make you cry at the end.
You didn't tell me these things. I'm only finding this out now.
So we're gonna read this together and we're gonna report back. Is Elfen Lied the greatest manga? Let's go read it, Anne. Come on, it's book time. We're halfway through Elfen Lied. It took us this many weeks. Can you believe it? What are your thoughts so far?
I think it's a very unique story. Personally, I could do less without the sexual components of it.
You know what? Just stop. Just get out. Nobody wants you here. Get out.
I respect my opinion, so.
Go ahead.
Like the fact that Lucy gropes so many of the other characters when she's in her not right frame of mind, or she's just murdering people. But no, it's a very interesting story otherwise, and I would continue to read on and see what happens.
We're going to the end. We're going to finish.
Okay, well, there you go.
So far, I'd say so good. I've been surprised by a few things. Number 1, the main love interest girl, whose name, I don't remember any of the names at this point, because I've been waiting for Anne to catch up with me. She has no character whatsoever. She's just whining and crying about how the main character doesn't love her. And of course they're cousins. I like to just
That's weird.
I like to kind of pretend that they're not. They're just cousins.
It's gross.
Just in title only. But she doesn't really have anything about her at all, other than she's just annoying the whole time. And I think Banto is his name, the guy who lost his arms.
Yeah,
fighting.
Yeah.
He is surprisingly in this much more than I remember, and I think he's a great character. I really like him. The girl who pees herself. I originally thought this was really weird, but this time around, knowing what I know about Japanese humor and everything, I didn't find it that weird. I was just like, okay, this is a weird Japanese humor thing.
It's one thing her peeing herself, it's another when Lucy grabs her breasts and then I think she gets excited by it partially, even though she's really disturbed, and then falls over, whoops, her panties are suddenly off, and then she literally sticks her hand down there, Lucy, and I was like, this is disgusting.
Well, this is why it's in contention for greatest of all time. And I think that the story is solid, it's airtight, and I do find it very interesting, Lucy's character, they're touching on it so far, is her instinct, her evil side. That's her nature, wanting to kill humans, and this other side of her that just wants to be friends with people. It's like this internal war that's going on, and I know they're gonna play on this more, but that is a very compelling part of the story. Stay tuned! We're gonna flash forward to the future where we've read the whole thing. Go! Hello everybody. Suffice to say, we failed. I failed. Big time. I'm talking to the camera. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, the camera. That's what I'm talking to. I did finish it. And I do have an answer to the question, is Elfen Lied the best? Now, I gotta be honest. It took me several months because of this happened. And I finished it probably 2 months ago. So I'm not as fresh as I should be. That is my confession. That said, I can still answer the question pretty confidently. And before I answer it, let me just say a few things. Number one, this has got to have some of the best tragic elements of any manga out there. I love tragedy. I love the way it just takes your heart, throws it to the ground, stomps on it. And that's tragedy in general, but specifically this manga. Look at that cute donkey. Look at it. Really specifically, what I thought was great was, uh-oh. You okay? You fell down. You fell down. It's okay. You're okay. You're okay. Here's your doggy. Here. Show them how you can stand. Ready? Here we go. Oh, yay! Wow. Very good. Now, specifically, what I thought was really great was the girl in the wheelchair and her father. Man, that was a gut punch. I will say that as I was reading, I thought this manga is doing a very good job at presenting some great moral questions, some gray area. Unfortunately, because it's been 2 months, I forgot. I know, I'm sorry, I forgot the specifics, but I know that it's there. Now, one of the big things that sort of bothered me about the ending was it seemed like the last few chapters, it was drawn by someone else entirely. Like the art style changed, and it brought me out of it. I know these are the same characters, but they don't feel the same. And so the impact wasn't as hard on me. It didn't hit me as hard. The ending is one of my favorites, and I think it's so bittersweet, and I love the turn from the main character looking back, knowing he's about to see Lucy's twin version, let's say. A lot of the arcs of the story are similar to Promised Neverland. Not Promised Neverland. Dead Man Wonderland. Neverland, Wonderland. Yeah, I could see why I'd screw that up. It's very similar to that. And I asked myself the question this morning, do I like Dead Man Wonderland better? And I think the answer might be yes. So I guess the answer to the question, is Elfen Lied the best? The answer is no. It's not the best, but I still love it and I still think it's great. The girl who pees her pants. I actually thought she had a great backstory when they told it, and I didn't even remember it. I was like, wow, this is a really good story. But her character amounted to nothing. She didn't even need to be there because she didn't end up doing anything in the end. And I've heard that she's not in the anime, which I have not watched. And I sort of refuse because I heard that it deviates from the manga too much, and I don't like when that happens. But I suppose in this case, that would have been a good call. The question of, if you are inherently bad, can you still be good? And can you defy what you are supposed to be? That's probably the moral questions I was thinking of that I couldn't quite remember. I think it's a beautiful story. Yes, that's very nice. And it touches my heart every time I read it. It is truly tragic, and I don't know that any anime manga that I have encountered has twisted my heart like a wet rag the way this one does. This took a really long time. It's because of this one right here. Right here. Right here. And so my top 6 anime manga will be coming soon. Spoiler, as I said, Elfen Lied will not be on it. Stay tuned. I had Anne reading manga, but I don't think that's going to happen again. But at least she tried, so good for her. All right, say goodbye, Nero. Bye-bye. 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 Say bye-bye. Bye-bye, okay.